Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica Flynn and I am the owner and maker of Flynn Sisters Boutique. And today is day 3 of our 7 days of Christmas series here on the Flynn Sisters Boutique channel. Every day for the first week of December, we'll be uploading a Christmas themed video. So today we're going to be doing a Tumbler tutorial, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create this super cute speckled kind of look. It's a really quick and fun design that you can get done in a couple of days. I got this idea from Shannon from BearTrendz, and I love what she did with this look with her super cute SVG file, which we'll also have linked below. And I just thought this was such a cute idea. So that's enough chit chat for me. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, so we're going to start as usual by fully prepping and sanding our cup. I'm going to show you guys really quickly how I prep using the final sand product. The cup arms that I'm using are from the Bowen turner system. I'll have a link down below on where you can find these. So I just put my arm in there, and then normally I would do this at the sink, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you at my desk. So you want to get your cup wet. You're going to add a little bit of that final sand product from DIY Epoxy, and you're going to use one of their maroon scouring pads. I like to cut them in half so I could use, get more use out of them. And you can use those scouring pads again and again and again. You're just going to scour the entire surface of your whole cup. And once you've got that all cleaned up, you're just going to rinse off all the final sand product and dry your cup off with some paper towels, and you're ready to go. I love the final sand product for prep work because it's a one-step prep process to properly scour and clean my cup. Next, I'm going to spray paint my cup. I'm going to first spray paint it white using a flat white spray paint from Rust-Oleum. This is both a paint and a primer. And once that's dry, I'm going to spray it with pink peony from Rust-Oleum, and then I'm going to let that dry. Then we're going to start on our speckle paint. This speckle paint process is so much easier than how I had initially done it with acrylic paint. So you're going to want to do this in a very well ventilated area. Make sure you have your respirator on, and you're just going to spray some of your spray paint into a plastic cup or like a solo cup. Get a nice little puddle at the bottom of your cup and dip your chipboard brush in there and just pull back the bristles on that brush with a gloved hand like so. And they're going to snap back to create the perfectly round speckles that we want to see. If you use too thick of a paint, your speckles are going to look more like splatters and not like little dots like we're getting here. So that is the advantage of using the spray paint, is that it's thin enough to speckle nicely, and it's going to dry very quickly. Shannon taught me this technique, and I am so grateful. Shannon from BearTrendz, I'm going to have her link down below. We're also going to be using her SVG that she designed later on in this video. We'll have that link too. All right, so you're just going to go around the cup, pulling those bristles back with the spray paint on them, adding more spray paint to your cup as you go. I wish I had a smaller chip brush, but this is all I had. A smaller one would have fit in the cup better, but whatever. And then using one of these dotting tools, this is a sculpting tool that I have. You're just going to dip that into the paint and make like larger dots with this dotting tool. So you're just going to dip that into your puddle of spray paint there at the bottom of your cup, or maybe you have some off to the side on your parchment paper. And you're just going to go randomly around the cup and add these larger dots. You don't have to do this. I just think it adds more of a whimsical look to our speckle painting, and I think it's super cute. Okay, so for the red one, I prepped it in the same way, and then I sprayed it with satin apple red spray paint from Rust-Oleum. And for the speckles, I'm using that same flat white spray paint. also from Rust-Oleum, and we're doing the same technique for this red and white one. I just wanted to show you guys how versatile this look is. You can try it with so many different colors and combinations. You don't have to go with a holiday theme or a campfire theme for that matter. I just am so obsessed with this technique, and it's so easy to achieve. You can get one of these done so quickly, so easily. So once I've got all my paint on there, I let this dry for about a half hour, and then we applied the first layer of epoxy. Your first layer of epoxy is going to be between 20 to 30 milliliters of epoxy, depending on the size of your cup. And if you're doing one of these handle mugs, the easiest way I think to epoxy these handle mugs is to turn off your turner, or take the cup off the turner and take your time really spreading the epoxy around that handle. Make sure you get up, over, around, and through all the way around that handle really nicely. After we get our epoxy on there, I'm going to hit it with my torch really quick, and we're going to let this dry for at least 8 to 12 hours. Alright, so our cups have been drying for a little over 12 hours now, and we're ready to start our sanding. I'm going to start by sanding the rim like I always do. Even though we are just doing paint, you still want to make sure that you sand that top rim to expose a thin layer of stainless steel, which is what our final layers of epoxy will adhere to create our seal. That's a big mouthful. All right, so I'm also going to sand around the sides very lightly. Keep in mind we only have one layer of epoxy on here, so you want to be very careful with your sanding. I would not sand around the bottom rim at all. And I'm just using an 80 grit sanding block. These are my favorite sanding blocks that I always use. Once we've got everything sanded, I'm going to rinse it off with hot water and dish soap and dry it off with coffee filters. And then we are going to apply our decals like we normally would. All right, you guys, so both the images that we're using today for this project come from BearTrendz Digi design shop. They come offset already, which is awesome. So you don't have to mess around with trying to offset these. It comes with it. I've already cut the, back layer or the offset layer and the front layer. And when I layer my vinyl for these guys, I really just eyeball it. Okay, for this particular one, I transferred the eyes on cocktails and campfire by hand because the dots on those eyes are so teeny tiny. I just picked them out and transferred them by hand. And then this frosted rose gold vinyl is absolutely gorgeous. I will link this down below. It's from thevinylpeople.com. We have a little discount code with them for you guys also. So really, I just lift up that top image and layer it over the offset version and just kind of eyeball it and go for it. I have a lot of practice doing this. I know that this doesn't work for everybody, and I'm sure that there are easier ways to do this, but this is what's easiest for me. And I just spread it out with my little vinyl scraper tool, and then I lay it flat against my desk here and pull off the back paper like you see here. You want to curve that back paper so that you lift off all of that vinyl ahead of time, so when we go to transfer this, it will transfer drama free without sticking to any of that transfer paper. And then just replace the transfer paper back over the back of your decal there, and we're ready to put it on the cup. I spend an enormous amount of time placing my vinyl on the cup. I have like an oversized piece of transfer tape that I use, and I just use it to position it on the cup, and then I measure twice, so I only have to cut once. And then you just transfer it onto the cup like you normally would. this red one, I went with a really simple Merry and Bright design, again from BearTrendz Digi Design Shop. And I'm just doing a single layer on this one. This file does come with an offset also, but I thought it was pretty with just this plain silver. All right, lastly, we're gonna apply our final coats of epoxy. Your final coats should be somewhere between 15 to 20 milliliters of epoxy each. And I usually like to leave at least 8 to 12 hours of dry time between each of my final coats. Sometimes if you're doing 2 coats back to back, you can leave just 4 to 6 hours of dry time between those 2 coats. But generally it should be about 8 to 12 hours between coats. This design in particular took 2 final coats to complete, and that was it. We were done. So all in all, only 3 coats of epoxy. This is a quick and easy project that you can easily get done in a couple of days, and I am absolutely obsessed with this look. It is so cute. I love this idea for a last minute hostess gift or something for the holidays. It's adorable. I love these cups. I hope you guys love them too. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching my video, you guys. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, and we will see you tomorrow. If you love this video, you could check out our last video here. Also be sure to find us on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and of course subscribe for all our new videos that come out every Wednesday and Saturday. Thanks so much for watching. See you soon.